I gotta do it. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Chicago here. We're by Millennium Park. I'm here with my aunt here, and we figured out what this orb is. Remember how earlier, okay, this is Chicago here. We're in Millennium Park here. See, here's the skyline. We're gonna head up to the Bean here. We're gonna walk along the Riverwalk. This is Saturday, August the 30th, 2025, and they got this orb here heading up to the Bean here. So this aligns with Washington Street. Yeah, August the 3rd. There's one there, thanks and stuff. Hey, how you doing there, Izzy? And spend time with my father this week. And we'll see boats, and there's people dressed up here. Look at this, yeah. We're dressing up for Saturday night here. There's something going on here. Let's see what they're playing here. Hey, Doreen, how you doing there? Subi, Christopher, how you doing here? You know where we're at? Festival. It was free, and we were there where that guy was dancing. Well, I just had to go through security, but it was just like this. Yeah. So here we're at the Pritzker Band Show here in Chicago, Illinois. Hopefully. Yeah, so here Millennium Park here. Yeah, it's more crowded here. Look at this. Yeah! Chicago Jazz Fest. Yo, truly country rock is we party in the audience, Chicago! Well, here, let's check out the Bean here, Della. This is the Jazz Fest. This is the Jazz Fest going on. I didn't realize it was going on. I should have known. There's always something going on here. Yeah, people are dressed up here. Millennium Park Jazz Fest. I know I'm lagging a little bit, so we'll head over to the Bean. It's pretty crowded here. Hey, welcome to YouTube here. What's that smell? Yeah, Chicago Jazz Fest here. So here, let's head over the Bean here. Hopefully it'll help out with the lagging here. Maybe you can hear in the background here. Yeah, here we can see clearly now. Look at that, that. Hey, look at the Bean there. You can see the top of the Sears Tower. Yes, I said Sears. There's Millennium Park. Cloud Gate, the great Bean of Chicago. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to head over to Riverwalk. We'll try to get to the merchandise Mart by 9 o'clock, but that's when they're going to do the art on the Mart. And then we'll try to get over towards Navy Pier by 10 o'clock. And I probably will lag some of the time, so thanks for dealing through the lag here. We're doing the best here on a Saturday night here in Chicago, Illinois. We got beautiful temperature. It's like 70 degrees. Picture perfect here. Look at that. You're outside the planetarium. Grim Evil's downtown. Yeah, I saw Jennifer You Should Eat and Chris Gustafson. They were over by the North Branch Chicago River. I was taking a nap, and Chris let me know he was to be in town. I let him know I'm down here by the Riverwalk with my aunt here. And see, they got the buildings in red, white, and blue for Labor Day here. It's looking nice. We got a Jazz Fest going on here. A lot of people. We just got to go through security here. There. Yeah, many people out tonight. So you can reach up. There was people, they have a conspiracy theory that some man's trapped in the Bean. He was there since he was a kid. Now he's grown. And I'm like, well, how do you get them food, you know? And you know, there's the Great Bean of Chicago here. Yeah, people going up. Yeah.
How you shine the light?
Oh yeah, you can go right up and touch it. People do handstands. You could. People say flick the bean. You know, you go. See, look. See, look. Della's in the bean there. There she is. Here we are. Yeah, the Great Bean of Chicago. Here it is.
First of all, is she going to talk about it?
Yeah, thanks for tuning in here. Happy Saturday night. I know I took a break yesterday. Thanks. We went to the Oasis. I still feel bad. I know my brother-in-law was the one that wanted to leave early. I know I'm getting so much flack because people are like, how can you leave on the last song, the Soon Pink Supernova? I love that song, but we could hear it. It just didn't show up in the audio, so that's why we were out in the colonnade. He wanted to beat the traffic, and we did, but we were able to see the fireworks. I know people are like, true fans never leave the last song. I know. I didn't want him to get lost. He was bound and determined to go. But hey, hey, what do you think, Della? Do you like this? Yeah? You want to get your picture? Yeah, look at that. Hey, there. Yeah. You can walk underneath it, see yourself several times. The Jazz Fest is going on. What a beautiful night. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Welcome to Chicago here. Yeah, we're at Millennium Park here. Here's the Great Bean. You want to walk underneath it? You can walk underneath it. You can see yourself multiple times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Casey and they were all Swayze. They were all posing. They were acting like it was like in their hands. They would position the camera. You know. Yeah. Yeah. So you can see yourself multiple times. Here we're underneath the bean. Here we're walking through. There, you want like up here, like your reflection. So here, filming with two cameras at the same time. Oh. Hey, look at the skyline of Chicago here. Yeah, beautiful night here. Look at the red, white, and blue. Happy Labor Day. Hope you're having a good Labor Day weekend here. Wherever you're at, we have Labor Day in the United States. It's the actually on Monday, the first day of September. There's the bike taxis. Here's Michigan Avenue. We'll head over there. And here's the double clutch here. Let's see how, yeah, this is really pretty here. You see the skyline reflected in the bean here. Hey, Diana's tuning in. Let's say hello to Diane there. Diane's tuning in.
Oh, hi, Diana.
Yeah. See, look, we'll get you by the bean here. Yeah, see. Let's go up here. Let's Diane, we're gonna go to the bean here. Yeah, here it is. Thanks for tuning in. See, that's how you can do that. You can go right up there and touch it. So you get yourself reflected here. Yeah, how you doing there? Thanks for tuning in. Here, let's go up here, Della. Let's see if we'll get us in the skyline here. There we are. See, look. Hello, Diane. Hello. It's kind of too many fingerprints. Let's see there.
See if we can get us now. Here we go, Brian.
There, we're in Chicago. It's too smeary. Smart. I want to get there before 9 o'clock. And there's always festivals going on here. Live, so it rubbed off on me here. These, that, and those. We don't want nobody that nobody sent. You know how it is. But hey, we'll wait for Della here. She's checking. How you doing? There's the Great Bean of Chicago. Thanks for checking it out here. Yeah, what a beautiful night. Well, the Riverwalk's going to be really nice tonight. There's fireworks at 10, at 9 o'clock. There's art on the Mart where they project. Yeah, the steps. I know the steps are. The last step's a doozy.
You got me on there.
I know. It happens to all of us. I know. I don't know why they put those steps there. You know, to me, it's a big hat. See, they got to put these ramps on the side to it.
gotta quit talking texting people while I'm working. Is that good?
Yeah.
How do you do that all the time?
What?
Talk to people and walk?
Oh, it's hard. I mean, that's why I miss comments because I'm, sometimes I'll be talking about something and then I'm trying to look at what I'm filming, and then, people send me gifts and I miss it, and I appreciate that. But, we got good moderators that sometimes can help out with questions that get asked over and over again. And but here's this orb here. So we wondered what this orb was. The where Washington Street connects with Millennium Park here. They this just for ads. It's like a mini and Vegas. The big. Pretty, it's busy. It's busy now. It's kind of good to see so many people down here. Well, the Jazz Fest is going on. Like I said, the Riverwalk will be hopping tonight. It's the last night they're shooting fireworks off for the summer. They shoot them off Wednesdays and Saturdays. This is the last night. Art on the Mart. I don't know if anything else. Exit this way, so we got to go this way to get. We got to go this way. So here it is, Chicago Jazz Festival, August 28th to 31st. That's what we saw there. We saw some of that. Here's this orb here. How you doing, bud? And we have to exit on this side. So they still texting you about that? Is that same thing? Yeah.
Well, no, this is something different.
Oh, okay.
This is
Hey, Diane's tuning in. She can watch the Riverwalk if she wants to. That was nice seeing that. We saw the hummingbird. Thanks for the hummingbird video, Diane. That was great. I'm glad you caught that right out your window. That's great. We got her big meal there, and I went home and took a nap. I stuffed myself. Here, we'll head out to Michigan Avenue here, Chicago, Illinois. August the 30th, 70 degrees. Yeah, they got the little balloons here. We'll see the bike taxis. Yeah, we got the bands across the way. Yeah, you want a balloon? You want a balloon, Della? Oh, we're all aglow. Yeah, Chicago's pretty diverse. I mean, the actual city itself is pretty much a third black, a third Latino, a third European, and a third, 10% Asian, round out 30, 90. I guess 30, I should do 30%, 30%, and then 10%. But a lot of the neighborhoods are majority one thing, majority other. It's not diverse. The way people live, the north side is, of course, stereotypically, we know all about the north-south side divide, the west side divide. But there's very wealthy areas on the south side. There's poor areas on the north side. We know all about this. There's the fountain here. Sometimes there'll be people with the snakes. They'll have the snakes. You can hold the snakes, or the parrots, or the toucans. Yeah, you might see them down by the Riverwalk here. But hey, Michigan Avenue here, Chicago, Illinois. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why this is the real deal. This is a Saturday night in Chicago. I know, it's the big bad city, but which is pretty much the same as it was always. There's always been crime, and I'm glad he wants to help. But the governor said we don't need to help. The governors are in charge of the National Guard. A lot of it's a publicity stunt, in my opinion. I'm not going to dwell on it too much because, as you can imagine, from my perspective, it's a no-win situation anytime I delve into these hot-button issues. I just want to film the Riverwalk, film the fireworks here, spend time with my aunt. And we've been having a good time. We were at the zoo. We saw all the birds, we saw the giraffes. We saw the rhinoceros. They were feeding the rhinoceros, feeding time. It was fun stuff. Yeah, let's get across the street here. We'll get across Randolph here. Here's the bike taxis. We got 20 seconds here. There's a long light here, so I don't want to miss it here. There's the bike taxi pulling out here. We'll head across Randolph here. We'll go with the last. Here's the. Remember all those bike taxis we saw coming out of Oasis there on Thursday night? It was crazy. Here we got to get. There's Randolph. There's the Nederlander Theater. We saw the Chicago Theater. There's like a theater district there. You want to see that? You want to go down there? We can cross over there. You want to go get a picture of that? Yeah, let's go back over there. We'll go back the Netherlands and we'll do the Chicago Theater, and then we'll head up to the Riverwalk. And so here, we'll tootle around here. Here's the Wrigley building. We always go up there. We'll go back by there later tonight. And hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Look, Chicago, Michigan Avenue here. There's a bike memorial. Somebody died there. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you see them all over the city. But here's Michigan Avenue, Wrigley building. Looking north here. We're crossing at Randolph. We're gonna show my Aunt Della. We're gonna show her the theaters here. We already saw. We came out the red line. We got out of the lake there. We saw the Chicago Theater, but I want to show you the Nederlander, and we'll walk up State Street. We went inside Macy's. We saw the Tiffany Dome inside Macy's. It was nice. Yeah. Another Chicago. Welcome to Chicago. We just went to the Bean there. They got the Jazz Fest going on there. And we're going to head over the Riverwalk. We're going to try to get to Art on the Mart by 9 o'clock. And then we'll walk down the Riverwalk towards Navy Pier, try to catch the fireworks here. Thanks for tuning in here, YouTube. Chicago Loop, Saturday night. This is like art galleries. They do it with the students with the high school. They can do the artwork here. 72. Michael, how you doing there? Naya's tuning in. That's great. Tombot. Yeah, Peter. We're at Loop of Chicago here. This is Randolph Street. Randolph at Wabash. We're going to the L tracks here. We're just going to head by the theater district. We're going to head over the Riverwalk straight up and see if we catch Art on the Mart here. It's actually warmer than we thought. We both thought. Now I brought I'm wearing shorts, but I brought a jacket because you know it's like 60 some. But the dew point it's like low, so it doesn't feel. It feels like muggy. It's weird, you know. It shouldn't feel muggy. Here comes the L. We'll see the train here come by. I think maybe not. I heard it's probably pulling into the station there. There it comes. Here comes the green line there, heading down to Cottage Grove here. Scenes of the city. Get the train. See, everywhere you look, there's something to take a photo of. Like, you see, that's why I just film it. Because everywhere you look, you see the reflections. You know, everywhere you look, there's something to film. This light, it's just the city comes at you fast. If you blink, you miss it. He turned 40, Eric. Hey, happy birthday. Eric's having a birthday there. Thanks for letting us know there. Peter used to live in Romeoville. Yeah, I know where Romeoville's at there. Yeah, thanks for tuning in there.
Oh, you got a podcast?
Yeah, YouTube. How you doing? Hey, you doing? How you doing? Hey, thanks for saying hello.
It's my baby birthday.
Really? Yeah. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, happy birthday. Yeah.
She's like, we're
I know. I'm too old. Thank you. Happy birthday.
Have a good holiday.
Hey, have a good holiday. Thanks for saying hello. That's great. Yeah, happy Labor Day. That's great. Yeah. Very nice. See, people, isn't it nice? I feed off that energy. It's just nice, you know.
That's awesome.
It's just people. I feel more connected. I call it friends and neighbors because we're all connected, you know.
Correct.
See, we're just enjoying the people having a good time here. Labor Day, celebrating birthdays. Here, let's head over to State Street here. Yeah, so there's that ghost sign for the Chicago Theater. And we'll be able to see the sign. We'll cross the street because it looks nicer across the street. But here's the Nederlander. You can see that. That used to be called the Oriental. And then before that, it was called the Iroquois Theater. And they kept changing the name. Now it's Nederlander. But, yeah, happy birthday there, Eric.
Yes,
Izzy. So here, we'll cross State Street, or we'll get some good views of State Street. There's the Marshall Field clock there. Hey, jamming out here. Look at this. Wow, that's great here. Wow. Chicago Theater here. Look at that Chicago Theater here. We'll get a better view. We'll cross the street here. We're at State and Randolph here. Hey, we got the light here. Yeah, State Street. There it is. Chicago Theater. There's State Street looking the other way. There's the Nederlander Theater. Isn't that nice? There's Chicago Theater. See how nice you'll get the whole facade. Here's the Gene Siskel film store. Remember Siskel and Ebert? They used to film from their show from that theater. And then the Channel 7 News is here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look how bright the lights are. And yeah, Tootsie, how you doing there? So people are like, they're like, where you at? I'm like, read the sign. What city is this? Where you at? I don't know. Hey, welcome to Chicago State Street here, the Chicago Theater, Gene Siskel Film Center. There's the State and Lake Red Line subway. That's where we got out there. Look how the Jewelers building is behind there. Yeah, so you can head down to the Red Line here. Gene Siskel Film Center. How's everybody doing here? Yeah, look at that. Look at that beautiful guy. Ringo Starr is gonna be here in September. They had him on the marquee, but they took it down. Hey, there's a bunch of people here. So they're either doing a tour or something. I gotta look at the train there. Look at the train heading through there. There's the look at that amazing density of the loop here, Chicago, Illinois, next to Chicago Theater, State Street. Yeah, they're doing a tour here or something. Yeah, how you doing? Here's the TV. This is the.
Yes, New York, born in 1899 in Brooklyn, New York.
So here's the Channel 7 News here. They're doing the evening news here.
That's right. Not only did the one of no connection to the city.
There's the producer of the show there.
The Sicilian Mafia, Costa Nostra.
He's talking about the Chicago mob connections here. There's Chicago Theater there. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, this is a tour here, Channel 7 News. They're doing that's the you can watch you can get on TV here. Sometimes they film out here when they're going to commercial. There's the Channel 7 News. There's the weather guy, or no, that's the sports guy. No, it's the weather guy. That's the weather guy right there. There he is, the weather desk. Hey, let's we got to get over here. We're never gonna make it to the. How you doing? Look at it. There's the Chicago Theater here. Very nice. Yeah, there'll be people at the Riverwalk. There's people at the Jazz Fest. Jazz Fest is going on. It's a beautiful night to be out here. This is the big bad city, so I don't know what people expect. It's not as crowded as New York, nor it'll ever be. We don't try to be. Why bother? Here's underneath the. There it is. Yeah, Chicago Theater. There's people in line there. I guess there's something going on there tonight. It's always there. You go to the Torture Museum. There's the water bike taxi here. Hey, look at the bike taxis here going down State Street. Yeah, how you doing there? Yeah, so here comes the train pulling in the station here, State and Lake. Yeah, so that's the Riverwalk here, 831. So they project artwork on the merchandise mart and they play music to it. So we'll walk down there and all the boats are going by, and it's you can get drinks and they got restaurants there and stuff. And we can find a place to sit there and just watch it. Yeah, that's exactly what we do here. People watch. Yeah, the nightlife here. Yeah. No, Chicago's not safe. I don't. Whatever gets people, like when people ask me that, I'm like, what do you expect? It's never been safe. New York's not safe. San Francisco's not safe. You know, Minneapolis is not safe.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati. I know. Where do you want to go? Where do you go with this magical place where you're safe and nothing bad happens? I want to go there too.
Yeah.
You know, we all got to stay positive. I mean, you know, I get what people are saying. I'm not trying to get anybody to travel here, spend money here, move here. That's not the point. I'm here now. That's all that matters. And we're going to have a good night there. My aunt's here. We went to the zoo. We got some good Chicago pizza and oven grinder. And my sister and my brother-in-law were here. We went to Oasis. It was great. My brother-in-law was the one that wanted to leave early. I know everybody's, how can you waste, rich people wasting money on this ticket? Like, when he brought it, I didn't buy it. I was happy he did. So here, let's head down to the Riverwalk here. So here where it's, State and Wacker here. So here's the Wrigley building. That's the side of the Trump Tower. There's the Marina Towers, the corn cob buildings. See the corn cobs, two of them. That's all residential housing. I've been in there. I knew people that lived there. I've been in those balconies. It's nice. And here, there's the 17th Church of Christ Scientists. We'll head right down to the Riverwalk here. Yeah. Yeah, the Trump Tower. You want to go over there? Yeah. We can cross here because, yeah, we got time here. 8:34. There's Chicago Theater. Well, Wrigleyville's the other way. Yeah, we're down in the loop here. There's the Chicago Theater. Hey, look at this bike taxi coming across here. Yeah. Here, let's head down to the Riverwalk. You can get a really nice view of it. So here we'll head down to the Vietnam War Memorial here, Riverwalk here. Oh, the city's great here. The city's alive along the Riverwalk, and at least on weekends in the summer here. Hey Omar, how you doing there? H Busta. Yeah, Chicago Blues. Basketball Jones. Hey, I remember Basketball Jones. Basketball Jones. You remember the Basketball Jones song from Cheech and Chong?
Yeah.
Basketball Jones. They would play that. It would be Basketball Jones. That's somebody's name. That's awesome. That's great. There we go. Let's take a set around here. So here's the Vietnam War Memorial here. See, they got just like Washington D.C. They got the names of people that fell in the Vietnam War here from Chicago, and this beautiful memorial here on the Riverwalk here. And they got the flags at half staff because of Minneapolis, what happened at the school shooting, the tragic school shooting. So it shows you everybody, not just our city, we're empathetic, deals with gun violence, and so you know, doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it either. But here's the Trump Tower, there's the Wrigley building here. We'll head down to the Riverwalk, see what's shaking here. A Basketball Jones. Basketball Jones. See, when you're jonesing for something, it means you're craving it. That's what the Jones means. You're craving the basketball. There's the Christopher Wheatley here. Look, there's the Wrigley building. Yeah. There is the Jewelers building, Royal Sonesta, the Mather Tower, Trump Tower, Wrigley building here. Here's the Marina Towers, Corn Cob buildings, Patron Goldberg. Yeah, we're gonna head down towards the merchandise mart. You got it there? Isn't that nice? You get the Trump with the Wrigley. Look at that. There's a rooftop terrace on the 16th floor, and up there where those lights are, there's a rooftop terrace up there too. Yeah. So here, let's head this way. Yeah, the Marina Towers. They built those in 1968. And then you can pull the boat right in the bottom there. Here comes look at all the boats here. So yeah, we'll see if we see any kayakers tonight. Hey, they're taking some nice content. Very nice, yeah. So here we'll head around here.
Somebody told her. I think someone.
Hey, here comes Chicago's First Lady here. Wait for my aunt here. There we go. There goes the riverboats. Oh yeah, they're doing some fashion shoot or something there. Temperature is like 7. Well, let's see. Let's check my other phone here. I think it's 60 some degrees. Let's see here. 66, but it feels like 70. Like, you know, I see everybody's like carrying their jacket. We're the same. We got a jacket because we're gonna. How you doing? Oh, Steve Lyon, how you doing? Steve Lyon, nice to see you. How you been, man?
Good.
I'm gonna go down to do the art on the Mart. This is my Aunt Della.
Hi.
Hi.
Steve Lyon's a live streamer like me. He walks around.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
too.
Great to see you, Brian.
Good, great to see you. Yeah, I'm gonna do art on the Mart, and then I'm gonna do the fireworks. So I'm
Yeah,
sure I'll
me
see you
too.
around. I'm on YouTube, so I'm not competing with you. That's
Heard. Well,
Yeah.
I still see your stuff. Though.
Good. That's good. Well, I'll talk to you later. That's great. That's good. That's awesome. That's it. Hey, Steve Lyon. That's great. Yeah, very nice. Here, see that you can rent these little electric boats. So that's Steve Lyon there. You can watch him on TikTok. And Steve Lyon's a prolific Chicago live streamer. That's good. Hey, look at that. Look at the kayakers. See the kayakers over there? There's all the kayakers. Look at that. So you got this nice view. Look at the top of the John Hancock's red, white, and blue. See in between there. You can see. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. Della's got a good eye. Della's spotting the birds and the meerkats. She could see the birds through the flowers and the bees and yeah. Yeah, the London House. Yeah, the London House is right up there. There's the London House. There you go to that rooftop there. Yeah, thanks for the good info there. Here, look at that pleasure craft there. Yeah, get on that boat there. Oh yeah, that's why it's just. You just come down here and you go the other way. There's bars you can sit under the trees and stuff. Yeah. Hey, Steve Lyon, we ran into him. See, I knew we'd run into some other Chicago live streamers. Maybe we'll run into somebody else here. I know, well, Grim Evil says he's in town. So I don't know, Grim Evil, you see where we're at. I don't know if he's tuning in here. And here's the Marina Towers. Chris is in town. He was with Jen You Should Eat. So Chris is in town. Who knows who we're going to run into here. We call these the Shriner boats. They're the little boats you can rent. But here, they always pull up these bigger boats on weekends a lot of times. This is the City Winery here, Chicago Riverwalk here. Hey, 230 people tuning in on YouTube. That's pretty good.
Oh, it's right here.
Thanks, everybody. It took me years. It was so hard. It was easier to get people to watch me on TikTok than YouTube. It's just the way it works. But now we're making traction. Thanks for watching the YouTube, everybody. You have a good night here. We're in Chicago Riverwalk here. We got 66 degrees, but it feels warmer than that. If I miss any of your comments there, maybe other people in the chat can answer here. I'm just trying to not fall in the water here. And spend time with my aunt here. Here's the here's the pontoon boat. Look, they got the LED lights there. A lot of party boats out there. Yeah, that's how you do it. And see how you can pull those electric boats. You can just pull right in there, and that's the marina underneath there. Yeah. Oh, you're watching. Jim's watching both at the same time. That's how you do it. You can watch Steve Lyon on one and me on the other. That's how you do it. There's simulcast. You got total coverage. Yeah. There's a lot of weddings going on, bachelorette parties. Party down here. There you get City Winery here. So hey, we got 8:42 in the PM. So at 9 o'clock, you're supposed to do on the Mart. We'll get there in time. And turning in here down the Riverwalk. We're in between Dearborn Street and State Street. Yeah, that's why I'm getting away from TikTok. I don't like their new terms and conditions, so we'll see how it goes. And here, look at that, yeah. Why do people just text that? They just got it on their brain, you know. People always do that. They'll just like write that, you know. Yeah. They're like, what does that have to do with anything, you know? Hey, look at the water taxi. Yeah. Hey, look at that. Yeah, party down here. Yeah, so we got water taxis going both ways here. We got to look at this river traffic. You ever seen so many boats on the river here? It's congested here. We got kayaks, water taxis. Look at that. There's the House of Blues. House of Blues there. The water taxi just flying here. Pontoon boats. Look at all these boats at the City Winery here. Chicago Riverwalk here Saturday night, 8:43. We're heading over to the Merchandise Mart. Bella's dancing here. Yeah, it's nice. We got good vibes here. Getting down. Oh, I came down here for Venetian night, and they decorated the boats, and they were all, you know, multicolored lights. Yeah, and they had people dressed up like with the masks, like Venetian, and they were playing old music and stuff, and it was nice. Yeah. And we saw Lake Orion. We saw Lake Orion and her daughter. That was great. I remember that. Here's the Tiny Tap here. Hey, that's a good photo. Yeah. There we go to the Tiny Tap. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, it's a nice evening. Dallas, how you doing there? Thanks for tuning in. South Carolina's tuning in. Yeah, nice pimentos there. Hey, we got a beautiful night here. Look at this nice lighting of the buildings here. And we're going to see the Merchandise Mart, hopefully do art on the Mart here. There's the Westin. By the Tiny Tap here. Chicago Riverwalk. Yeah. I'm not going to get into drawing into any north side, south side debates here. I appreciate people tuning in from the south side. I appreciate people tuning in from the north side, the west side, the east side, the middle of the lake, downtown, outside, all the suburbs, over 100 suburbs, Chicagoland, Indiana, Wisconsin. Thanks for tuning in here. People all across the United States, all over the world, we're all connected here. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Chicago Riverwalk. We're having a good time here. Hey, look at the boats. Look at that.
Sorry.
Oh, that's great. That's good. That's good. Hey, Chicago's looking nice tonight. What a beautiful evening here. We're going to check out the fireworks. Yeah, look at that. You can look back to the London House there, the Mather Towers, Maria Towers. Man, Bella's taking a bunch of pictures here. This is great. Yeah, look at the boats. Everywhere you look, it's a postcard. There, the RPM Seafood. They got three levels of dining over there. Look at that, 4 levels. Yeah, Sharon, how you doing there? Yeah, British Columbia. Salmon Arm, British Columbia. How you doing here? Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Chicago here. What a beautiful night. So we'll try to stream for the next hour or so. There's supposed to be fireworks at 10 p.m. My battery's down to 84. YouTube takes less than my battery. There's Steve Lyon. There's Steve Lyon there. It's great. So you can check out Steve Lyon there on TikTok. I'm on YouTube there. Here comes the kayakers. All the kayakers come in for the fireworks, so they'll head over towards Navy Pier. It's paddling backwards.
So in Chicago, you want to drive a wrench boat? All you need is a driver. That's it. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad night to kayak because it feels warmer than the air. Yeah. Yeah, there's the Botanica building. They call it something else there. Here's the seawall. We're going to head down to the Merchandise Mart for our Mart.
I think we can see here if we want to watch it.
Yeah. Look, all these kayakers here, Chicago Riverwalk here. We're in between Sal and Clark here, I think. We'll head over to Wells Street here. People sitting on the wall here just watching the boats go by. Here comes the water taxi. That's a pretty large water taxi. Beautiful night. Boston's tuning in. Cheers, yeah. We mourned the loss. George went there. Norm from Cheers there. Chicago and connected to Boston there, and thanks for tuning in. Yeah, it's a beautiful night. Look at this water taxi. You go down the Chicago River in front of that Botanica building, how they light it up there at night. Going under the Clark Street Bridge. These bicycle bridges, they lift them. People sitting on the wall here. Hey, we'll head to the merchandise mart. Yeah, it's people downtown. Phoenix, hope you guys survived that dust storm. I saw that dust storm hit about a week or so ago. It looked pretty, yeah. I had family that used to live in Phoenix, but I think they moved to El Paso. Is that right? Yeah. El Paso, Del Norte. But hey, thanks. This is Chicago. We're going to head over to the merchandise mart here, see if they do the projectors. 8:48. We'll get there just in time. Get the whole thing, and then we can head down for the fireworks. Australia. Juan, how you doing there? Yeah. Arizona. Yeah, Tootsie. So what else am I missing here? Thanks everybody for being so nice in the comments there. Thanks to my mods there. And yeah, the city's looking nice. We're blessed with beautiful weather for the Labor Day weekend here. We got us a nice meal at the Chicago Pizza and Oven Grinder. I ate there twice. I ate there on Thursday with my sister and brother-in-law. Got Della the little pot pie pizza. It was great. Look at that. See that rooftop there? Yeah, look at that. There's the London House, the Mather Tower. Looking down this Chicago River here. We're underneath LaSalle here. There's that Botanica building. The little electric boat. Yeah, let's head over this way. Albany Park, that's great. Ed Music, how you doing there? Chris? Yeah, Michael, you know Ed. Ed Music's like Eddie Money. Remember Eddie Money? Oh yeah, Rick Nielsen, they were from Rockford. Yeah, they closed down the Hard Rock. There was a Hard Rock hotel. They shut it down. They had a cartel. I know. They just have them at the casinos now. And
Hey, happy Labor Day weekend, everyone.
yeah, happy Labor Day weekend. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for visiting me in Chicago. This is great. We're having great weather.
Yes, having a great time.
We got nice waves by the lake. We were walking through the zoo. We saw the goats and the pigs and the ponies, the little ponies. Yeah, Lambie T, how you doing there? You got family in Chatham. That's great. Thanks for tuning in. That is awesome. Yeah, Southside. Let's see here. We're by the Sweet Home Gelato here. And here's the train. There's the train heading across Wells Street here in front of the merchandise mart. So crossing into the loop here. And that's a drawbridge. They can lift that for the sailboats, and they have to stop the train so they can lift that, you know. Yeah. We're Wells Street Bridge here over the Chicago River, the merchandise mart in the background. We got 8:51 here, so we'll get in position. We'll try to find a place to sit so we can watch the and we might go down a little bit further so we'll see it from the side, because it might look better if we go past it, because we'll see how crowded it is here. If we can find a place to sit here, we might just sit right in front of it though. Hey, there's a kayak. There's some kayakers here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Just got to pay attention. This is called Chicago, United States of America, Chicago River. What? Oh, look at all these guys. Yeah, I got water taxis, we got electric boats, kayaks, Chicago Riverwalk. Looking east towards the lake. Christopher, yeah. Christopher knows this. He's been here. Chicago Riverwalk. Last night for fireworks. It's always a bittersweet moment, but Fall's not too bad. September still feels like summer to me. Hey, there you go. So people know that they project art, artwork on here at 9 o'clock. It goes for about a half an hour, I think. That's why all these people are here, and they're already ahead of the curve here. And you know what? We could just sit right here. We could sit right on this wall here. We could sit right here. This might be a good spot to watch the whole thing here. Look at the kayaks here. What do you think? We can have. Yeah, let's sit right here. We'll watch the art on the Mart here. Light pollution's bad. Yeah, we got it here a little bit. We got a big lake, which helps out a little bit. But yeah, we got light pollution. It's hard to see the stars. Yeah, you really don't see the stars. I was able to see the northern lights last year, which was amazing. Showed how strong they were. That outburst that went across the whole northern hemisphere there. But hey, thanks for subscribing there. Thanks, Jamie boy and Richard. Let's see here. I don't know what you're talking about there, Richard. Yeah, the lake does freeze, and usually freezes. It hasn't froze the last few winters because our winters were relatively mild. But we're due for everybody says we're due for a really bitterly cold winter. You guys got more snow in Cincinnati last year than we got here. Yeah. Hey, thanks for the gift membership there, so who's giving them out? Somebody's giving out gift members. Whoever's doing that, thanks for doing that. Thanks everybody there. Gift membership. Tombot, thanks for all the gift memberships. Tombot, thanks so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. Thanks for supporting good content here and this good community that we all share there. Thanks for helping people subscribe. There we go. There's the countdown. So 4 minutes. So here, I got a tripod here. Look how nice this is. I can set this down here because I'm going to take my jacket off because it's hot. It's not really hot. It's just like muggy. And it's weird because the weather guy said, oh, the dew point's low. But it is, but it still feels warmer than, I don't know if the lake's doing this or what it is. Hey, thanks, Tombot. Thanks for all the gifts there. You're in Denver? Vacation, that's good. Yeah, check it out. It's good to come here in the summertime. Hey, people's tuning in from Denver.
Hey,
yeah.
nice.
Della used to live in Denver, so did my Aunt Diane there. The mountains there. Anita's tuning in. Christopher, that Lambie, that's good. Yeah. Participate. I like that. Yeah, I see how you wrote that there. They're playing the Oasis. They're playing, yeah. Yeah, we saw them. People, I know I'll never live it down. You know, it's all because of Matt. You could attest to it. Matt's the one, my brother-in-law brought the tickets, and the whole time he's looking at the set, and he goes, when they get to Champagne Supernova, we're going to leave because I want to beat the... I said, really? I said, I want to film it. And so I went down there, and I was set up to film it, and he used the restroom, and he used it really quick. I was like, why could you take longer? And I didn't want him to get lost, so we left with Champagne Supernova, and people just roasted me in the comments. How can you leave the concert? But it worked out because we made it back to the train, and we weren't caught in the big rush, and we saw the fireworks from the outside. But we could still hear it out there. You know, I just spliced the music because it was windy. It was windy once we got out there. Here's the boat going by. But I like it because I could see my sister dancing in the video, and it was fun. She was laughing too, because she knows how her husband is. Matt's great. Hopefully he's tuning in. Here's the Chicago Riverwalk here, right in the merchandise mart. They're gonna do art on the Mart. You used to live in Chi-Town? That's good. Yeah, take you back there. Is it cool? Yeah, Anita, Richard. 32 years, Denise. Chicago misses you. Jummy, how you doing there, Denise? 20 new memberships. That's great. Thanks, Christopher. Hey, whoever did that, Tombot and Christopher, thanks for the memberships there. Let me know about it. That's great. Whoever else is part of that. It's like PBS. We got to combat the vast wasteland. Actually, we give information. Tell the time and weather. Important stuff. Omar, how you doing there? Yeah, that's good. That's good. Participate. That's good. Now you're back. That's great. Kay's tuning in. That's good. Pablo? No, it's not. It's called the Merchandise Mart. It's not the Plaza Hotel. It might look like that. Yeah, this is Chicago, so this is the Merchandise Mart. This is Chicago River, and we're waiting for the Art on the Mart here. They're gonna play some music and project some stuff here. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, Augusta. I mean, you know, it's people make fun of our weather, but it's beautiful here in the summertime. You know, like now, it's not too hot. We're enjoying it.
Yeah, they took where we're sitting now, right? Sold our seats. Oh, we can sit right here on the TV top. We're behind them.
Someone stole their seats. Here, the 50 seconds, we'll do the countdown. Art on the Mart here. So we'll do this, and then about 9:30 we'll start heading towards Navy Pier there. We'll try to get to the spot to view the fireworks. Yeah, thanks for the gifted memberships, everybody. Eric, thanks everybody. Thanks Tombot. I think Tombot did it, or Christopher Dotson Tombot. Somebody had something to do with it. I think it was Tombot. Yeah. Countdown. Yeah, it's a countdown. Here's 16, 15. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here. There's everybody playing Oasis. Yeah, we saw that concert. I cut out some of the clips there. Sorry I couldn't stream it there. It just would have been impossible. I didn't even want to attempt it. We got some good footage there. There we go. Art on the Mart, Chicago, Illinois. Merchandise Mart. We got 9 o'clock on the dot here. Merchandise Mart here in Chicago, Illinois. Thanks for tuning in here. We're here by the Chicago Riverwalk here. We got 66 degrees here, 9:05 in the PM here. We're between Franklin and Wells Street. Every once in a while you hear the train go by, the elevated train tracks. There's the brown lines right there. Here comes water taxi. Chicago River here. Merchandise Mart, Chicago, Illinois. Thanks Tombot for the gift memberships there. Oh, Michael Anderson. It's Michael Anderson and Anita. So Michael Anderson and Anita. Thanks, Tombot. So, hey, thanks, Michael Anderson, Anita, Tombot, Christopher Dodson, everybody. Look at this boat here. Merchandise Mart here, Chicago, Illinois. Here are the kayakers. Going to see the fireworks at 10 o'clock here. We can watch this whenever you get tired of it. We can start walking around here. It keeps going and going and going, you know. Okay. Here, let me wrap this thing up here. Yeah, you got to do some like really heavy drugs to get into it. Here, can you hold this for a second? I'm gonna put my jacket on here. Just hold it like this. Hold it like this. Yeah. See, you can just point it. You can see what I'm filming in. Hey, thanks everybody here. So we're gonna continue walking around here. Let me just show you this over here, and then we'll head back. So yeah, let's go this way. So we'll get you some views of it, kind of like obliquely here. We'll head around here, Merchandise Mart here, and then we'll head back through here. Then we'll head towards the Navy Pier, and we'll get in position for the fireworks at the end here. There's the art on the Mart here, Chicago Riverwalk here. This way we can get views of the train here when it goes across. Yeah, sure. Look at that, Della. Look at this boat here, this long boat. Wow, it's like a dragon boat there, look at that. Yeah, they're partying down here, look at that. Heading out towards the pier here. Chicago River walk here, look at that. Look at that, yeah, they're having a good time here. Yeah. Yeah, here comes the brown line there, look at that. Means of the city here. See, there's the projectors. That's where it projects. That's what projects all that light up there. Yeah, they're clapping. Art on the Mart here. So it keeps going here. Yeah, see, it's gonna do another one here. Yeah, Chicago, Illinois Merchandise Mart, Art on the Mart here. Chicago River. Look, I want you to see this view. You can look back here. So this is the confluence of the north and south branch. It's like a big turn. You can turn around here, and then you got these. You can still see the Merchandise Mart over here once you get beyond here. Here, look at all the kayaks coming in for the fireworks. 10 o'clock here. We got 9:13, so in about 45 minutes or so we'll be over towards Navy Pier. That's the plan. We'll try to maintain a signal. Hey, they're doing a dance there. Yeah. Going viral. It's nice. Hey, look at that, kayaks. Yeah, nice scenery here. That's why we show it here. Yeah, all the kayaks heading. There, you see the Merchandise Mart still going on. What? Oh, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, thanks for saying hello there. Yeah, Bradley. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Bradley, Chicago. That's good. Thanks for saying hello. Yeah. See, I'm oblivious. Too much going on. See this building? It's like the tuning fork building. It's so narrow at the bottom, and then it flares out because it's built over railroad rights. There's the Merchandise Mart. You can see it there, right on the Mart.
We're just a few.
Confluence, yeah, Lisa knows the confluence. We're on the Esplanade here at the confluence. The Dave Matthews Band incident happened over there. You know what that is, right? Oh, yes. Yeah. Everybody knows. People ask about that all the time. Where's the Dave Matthews Band incident? He was banned from the city for a while, yeah. They let him back now. He paid his time, I guess. Yeah, there's kayaks over there. There's water taxis. So this is it. Yeah, let's turn around here. Look at that. You get the whole merchandise mart in it. That's what we want to get. Look at that. Yeah. Nice color scheme there. Merchandise mart on the mart. Yeah, YouTube fans, how you doing there? Lisa, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it, Sharon. Yeah, the Esplanade. Anita, Michael, Miss Danny there, Richard Thompson. There we go. Yeah. Let's follow this boat. So yeah, let's start heading towards Navy Pier. We'll go this way here. We'll head straight towards it here. I know. That's 11 years ago. Where does the time go? Time flies. Yeah, look at that. The wheel of time. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. See, look how that close that kayak is coming to that boat. Whoa, it's close. Yeah, Chicago's 2 hours ahead of California time, Pacific time. We're an hour behind New York City, so we're on Central Time Zone. Yeah, see, they're doing a dance there. We're gonna photobomb them there. Hey, you got the baby there. That's good. Let's preserve the moment in pictures. Here, merchandise mart. Here on the mart. We'll get a good view of it when we head around here. We're heading underneath Franklin. We're gonna head over towards Navy Pier. Yeah, we got 43 minutes here. And you got the birds. What is that? Face of time there. There, look at this. Look at that view. Look at that view, Della. Yeah, see, they got it. Out on the mart. Here's the projectors. Here's the time. Yeah, we don't know where we'll be this time tomorrow. Where will we be? Look at that dog there. Yeah. Bella's got the pets of a lot of dogs this weekend. Yeah. Hey, thanks for joining us on the Chicago Riverwalk. We got a beautiful 66-degree night. Everybody's carrying their jackets. We've all brought jackets, but it's too warm. It's like it feels warmer than it. Our phone says it was cooler yesterday, I think, you know. There's Art on the Mart here. Put you in a trance, yeah. Time flies. Mathematical person, yeah. What's it all mean? There's a good crowd gathered here to watch it. Hype in the music here, Art on the Mart here, Merchandise Mart. Groovy, groovy. All right, we're keeping up with the kayaks. Yeah, Chicago Riverwalk. That's where we're at here. We just went underneath Wells Street. Wells Street. We're gonna head towards the lake. We're heading towards Navy Pier. We're gonna shoot fireworks at 10 o'clock there. We saw Steve Lyon there. He's streaming probably on TikTok. He's check him out there. So if my stream cuts out, check out Steve Lyon there. He usually has a good stream. I don't know if Ernie Chicago Nuggies. I think Ernie did it on Wednesday. This is the last night they'll be doing fireworks for free there. Sometimes they do it in the winter time a few times, but it depends. Gotta check your schedule. There's art on the Mart there. We checked it out. Yeah. You know, you could use the instant translator there. I rely on it too. I wish I would have learned Spanish in high school. I learned French and I didn't even learn it that well. Picked the wrong language, but no, French is great. Spanish is great too. English, do you speak it? Here's Chicago River. Yeah, that's good. Grim Evil, fireworks. Yeah, let's see, with Ernie and Grim Evil, are they meeting up? That's good. We'll probably find it. Maybe we usually run into Ernie sometimes down here. Let's see if Grim's eat with them. I saw Chris was with Jennifer You Should Eat. They were somewhere on the North Branch. Chris was driving around, so they could cover some ground driving around. They're on TikTok. Hey, look at all the people on the Riverwalk here. What's everybody doing here? Yeah, they said you're doing a good job keeping up with me. Della walks miles, 17,000 steps. You know, yeah. Yep. We walked 6 miles yesterday, at least. We walked along the beach there. We went out to the hook.
I'm only slow when I stop and take pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That's yeah, I understand. It's hard to frame the shots there. Yeah, a lot of bridges. We go under all these bridges. They lift all these bridges. We watch them lift them for the sailboats. That'll be coming up later this fall. There's kayakers. We got 9:22. So hopefully there'll be fireworks at 10 p.m. We're here by the seawall. Here's where the Eastland Disaster happened. So Della, in 1915, only a few years after the Titanic sunk, 800 people, over 800 people lost their lives right here. It was a lake ship. They were going to go out to Michigan City on a Sunday. Whole family showed up dressed in their Sunday best. They got on. It was top heavy because after the Titanic, they forced all the boats to put more lifeboats on the top, and they conquered that. So too many people went to one side, and it started tipping from one. It flipped over, and people got trapped in the hull, and people died right here. And almost as many people died in this as the Titanic. Can you believe it? Yeah.
Wow.
And when Oprah had her studios in the West Loop, it was Harpo Studios. That was a warehouse. That's where they took the bodies to be identified. So they always said that was haunted, but they tore that down, and now that's where McDonald's has the headquarters.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's why I learned live streaming.
Yeah. Wow.
More information you want to know. Trinidad's tuning in. Trinidad and Tobago, how you doing there, Christina? Yeah. Gotta work. Gotta go to work. What a bummer. Labor Day weekend. That's okay. No, that's okay. Look at that boat. Pulled up in the Portofino. They got the flames going. Yeah, go to Portofino there. RPM Seafood. They got a place called Legal Seafood. They got a legal seafood and illegal seafood. Which one do you want to eat at? Yeah, Tootsie. So hey, we're back at the Tiny Tap. We'll see if there's still boats at the city. Hey, this big long crew boat pulled up. Let's check out this crew boat. Remember we saw that big long rowboat? Yeah, they pulled up here. They stopped for a pit stop. Probably they had to use the restroom for the fireworks. There, yeah. Let's check out this long crew boat here. It's like a Venetian. It's like a Venetian boat here. Look at this, yeah. Look at this boat, yeah. That's a real canoe there. They got a real canoe going down the Chicago River here. Look at that. Yeah, so get in the canoe here. Everybody in. Look at that. Oh, it's the dragon boat. It's the dragon boat. Look at it. There it is. Yeah, they got the dragon canoe. Look at that. What a nice night here, yeah. See people sitting here right by the river here. Got to be careful we don't fall in. I got to look where I'm going. Yeah, Scott, Sharon, how's everybody doing there? Valerie. There's restrooms, free restrooms. We use the restrooms at Macy's. They're pretty good. There's Bria Towers. Hey, thanks everybody tuning in. Chicago, Illinois, Chicago Riverwalk. We got 66 degrees. It's pretty nice. We got 9:26. They're going to shoot fireworks off at 10 p.m. Here comes the Odyssey dinner cruise boat. They got the glass. Hey, we'll get this going right by here. So here we're underneath the Dearborn Street Bridge. We got kayakers here. We're looking back. The Art on the Mart's going on. There's the Odyssey dinner cruise boat coming by here. Look at that. So we'll see some people dressed to the nines there. We saw people dressed for the jazz festivals going on there at Millennium Park. We checked that out. There's the Odyssey Chicago River here, heading out towards the fireworks. They'll probably get out towards the lake there, I bet. Yeah, beautiful sky. Yeah, we'll get a close-up of the horizon there. Here we want to get this Odyssey dinner cruise boat going by here. Say hello to everybody there. Look at that, everybody's dressed up here. How you doing? There's the kayakers. There, they got the buffet. They're playing Yacht Rock. They got the captain's hat on there, look. They're playing Michael McDermott right now. They're playing Holland and Oates. Look at them. Look, they're all got the Captain and Tennille hat. Look at that. What would Ronnie Dangerfield say? He said it's the dance of the living dead. Oh, did I step on a duck? He said, "Hey, baby, you must have been something before electricity." Rodney Dangerfield, the Caddyshack. Now I see why tigers eat their young. Rodney Dangerfield. Hey, look at that. Look at the boats there. Rochester, that's good, yeah. Very nice. Thanks for tuning in there, Rochester, yeah. Kodak, they got nice waterfalls there, Rochester, New York. Hey, here's the boats here. There, let's party down with the people here at the City Winery here. We got the boats going by. We're heading towards the lake here for fireworks here. Yeah, this guy's partying down. Yeah. Hey, Chicago Riverwalk, City Winery here. Look at all the, it's like a regatta of kayaks and people dancing here, enjoying the night here. Everybody's heading to the last final fireworks here. The last hurrah of summer. Yeah. Kodak, yeah, Kodak film there, Rochester. Yeah, Finger Lakes, everything. Western New York there. Yeah, we the people. We the people. We the people. Hey, 9:30, half an hour. They'll be shooting off fireworks there. We'll be over closer towards the lake by then there. We're heading that way. So, hey. Yeah, live chat, Keith. Thanks for tuning in there. Everybody else there. Tombot. Yeah. Beautiful there, Pappy. Yeah, it's always fun walking past the boats there. I think that first boat, they've been drinking all day. They were having a good time. Hopefully. Yeah, they were all like leaning on each other. That's how you party. But here, yeah, we'll head under Dearborn Street. No, this is State Street. This is State Street. We're heading over towards Wabash here. Chicago Riverwalk. Hey, Chicago loves you there. Yeah. Kelly, Muhammad, how you doing there? Yeah. Two Muhammads, how you doing there, Pappy? Yeah. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Really well today. We're going like around and around.
Yeah, going around in circles.
That's right.
We chase. We see. Remember we started like here.
Yes, we did.
Okay. So we'll go the other way. Hey, I like your flowers here. Hey, you got flowers too. Everybody's got flowers. Yeah, we were enjoying filming the hibiscus and flowers, bees. Everybody's heading towards the lake. There's the Vietnam War Memorial here. They're getting down in the water there. Look at that. There's the Jewelers Building. Go by the Chicago Brew House. Here's the Chicago Brew House. Chicago Riverwalk. Hey, Peoria, Illinois. How you doing there, Charles? Muhammad, yeah. Hey, there's the boat. There it is. Trump Tower. Chicago Brew House.
It's me.
Hey, go Bears. There you go. Yeah, the college football game started today. We saw people 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. They were already drinking, hanging out the bars. It's great. Football's back. No, we're right in downtown. We're right in downtown, the heart of the loops south of us. This is the Chicago River. We're heading right over towards Navy Pier. Eventually, we got a ways to go here. 9:34. Hopefully, in 20 minutes, we'll be by the lakefront there. We're heading down the Riverwalk here. We went from the merchandise Mart. Oops. And they were doing our on the Mart. But we got other footage of that. Just checking out the people here on the Riverwalk. 66 degrees, 9:34 Chicago Central Time. There's the Wrigley Building. And there's the Mather Tower, Royal Sonesta. There's the London House. There's the Trump Tower. And we'll head under the DeSable, Michigan Avenue Bridge here. And we're heading towards the lake. Watching the boats go by here. Look, he's kayaking backwards. That's good. Yeah, Here's the O'Brien's here, kind of packing it up for the night here, I guess. Public restrooms, important stuff. Yeah, this is a really nice view you'll get of the Wrigley building, the Tribune. The Trump Tower is a really good view of the Trump Tower right here. Get the full height of it here. Hey, here's the First Lady here. One boat goes one way, one goes the other. Thanks for checking out the beautiful scenes here. Saturday night. We gotta enjoy summer while it's still here. Look at that. Wrigley Building, the Tribune. We'll get a really good view of the Intercontinental Hotel in the middle here. And there's big bars with beer gardens over here. Smell that cigar smoke. Chai Boys Cafe. Go here to the marketplace. Chicago Riverwalk, there it is. Wrigley and the Tribune here. There you can head up to Michigan Avenue. We started at the Bean in Millennium Park. The Jazz Festival's going on right now. Live music for free. And here's the Wrigley Building, Tribune Tower, and there's the Intercontinental Hotel. Used to be the Medina Athletic Association. The Shriners built that. Michael Jordan has his restaurant at the bottom there. And of course, Wrigley chewing gum. Look at that onion dome there. 3 iconic, classic vintage skyscrapers here: Chicago, Illinois, Chicago Riverwalk, Sabo, Michigan Bridge here. We're gonna check out the fireworks. Here comes. Look at this boat. Yeah, we saw this earlier. Here's the pontoon. Got the LED lights here. Got kayaks and other pontoon boats. They're heading over to the fireworks just like us here. Yeah, beautiful view here. Here's the bridge house. You can go up and tour that bridge house, but it's probably closed for tonight. Whenever it's open there, we've done it before. Here, 9:37 here. Man, thanks everybody for checking it out here. Yeah, people. A lot of people. They're just amazed. They didn't know this was here. You know, we got this beautiful architecture bridge here, but we're gonna head past the. There's beer gardens and other restaurants. Yeah, nice night here. There's the NBC Tower lit up, and there's the Tribune. There's the Apple Store. See the Apple Store there? It looks like a big laptops floating there. They got nice views of the river. There's a cute dog here. There's the top of the Wrigley and the Tribune there. Here comes the kayaks, yeah. Here's where you can catch the architectural tours. Get your tickets. You can get them over there too. Yeah, great view here. Thanks for checking it out. Scenes of the city here. Yeah, nice night. Winky, North Chicago, Camelot. Tootsie Turn, Stephanie. There's the horn. So the Chicago Architecture Center is near here. So we saw Steve Line earlier. I bet he's heading this way too. There's the underneath there, the lowest level. What time we got here? 9:40. We'll head past the Centennial Fountain. So Della, about a month ago, they had for fundraiser for the Special Olympics. They dumped like 80,000 rubber ducky, yellow rubber duckies in the river, and whichever one got across the finish line. They do that in other cities too.
Yeah.
They probably do that in Cincinnati too.
Pretty cool.
So we filmed that.
I think I saw you film that.
Yeah, people like that. They liked that. I saw what one was getting away. That was what people are like. Does it pollute the river? I'm like, we think all these boats pollute the river too, you know. Northman big garden. So, hey, if you just joined, we're in Chicago. We're on the Riverwalk here. We're heading towards the lakefront there at 10 o'clock Central Time. We got 9:41, 19 minutes. There's
Bottle on the ground. Who's gonna eat the bottle?
see what we can see here. Yeah, they got the trees lit up there. We clear the rear here. It says 324 people are tuning in. We'll see if we can get it back. Now, see the right dragon boat. Go here, do the fireworks. Up with the dragon boat here. My signal. I know I lost my signal there for a second. Back here. Here we're over by the that we cut out there. I knew it was going to happen. I was if I lose my connection at Columbus, and if not, we'll start over. We'll start a new one. Hope it's making all the noise.